I think we should go talk to Elena.
Are you sure?
Some days we are all pawns, playing in a big grand game with little power over our fate. Except soon I'll need to make a choice. A choice which will affect the entire world around me. Why? Well, it all started with a dream. Or was it a nightmare? All I know is that afterwards, everything started spiraling out of control. Fate was making its move.
Wake up! You need to wake up.
Where am I? Ava, is that you?
Heart rate is falling. You need to wake up.
What's going on? There has to be a way out of here. What's that?
Neural activity is dropping. Administering emergency shocks. Heart rate rising. Neural activity
I've got to get out of here.
Preparing to administer another round of emergency shocks.
Oh, no, you don't.
Neural activity rising. Wake up!
Come on, just a little more.
Wake up. You're almost here. Are you okay?
What happened, Ava?
You lost consciousness again. A near total collapse. Do I have to remind you that as a part of your upgraded biological systems, if you die, my program will also cease to function?
Calm down, I'm not dying. Tell me, how long was I out for?
Approximately 30 seconds.
Is the mission still safely underway?
Yes. The lapses are increasing. Maybe we should run some tests.
Stop it, I'll be fine. Let's just focus on the task at hand.
You alright? You just suddenly...
I'm fine.
Okay. Well, the captain's asked to see you in carriage G.
Right. I'll get going then.
Soleil, carriage G is 2 carriages ahead.
Thanks. With the number of guards here, the cargo we're protecting must be big. I believe your captain is expecting me.
Go on through.
I might need you to move out of the way there for me first.
Of course, sorry, sir.
I understand you wanted to see me.
I've heard from my men that you were acting suspiciously and then collapsed onto the floor. I don't know why the Colonel asked for you to be here, but we're not going to have a problem, are we?
Hey, I'm not just here for fun times. Your boss obviously felt you and your men needed some babysitting.
We're amongst the top officers in the city.
And clearly you haven't been talking to the guy at the door back there.
Just follow your orders and try to stay on your feet. Or do you need some baby...
Are you at least gonna tell me about what it is we're protecting with all this security?
I can't divulge any more info. Just go back to your post.
Well, that captain just radiates wall-to-wall charisma.
It might be worth talking to some of the other officers. Perhaps we can get more information on the cargo from them.
Do any of you actually know what's going...
We're just paid to follow orders.
Soleil.
I got no reason to tell you anything. Just get on with whatever job we're paying you for.
The captain has been keeping the contents of our cargo secret, but he did say it was of the utmost importance for the survival of Soleil.
Ava, I'm taking it that wasn't just some kind of optical problem, was it?
No, it was an explosion from the carriage the police captain was in.
What happened?
I'm not sure. The explosion has injured the captain and most of the others. I don't know how they were able to attack us like this, but they were definitely members of the Advent Front.
Ava, can you track them?
Yes. They've gotten up onto the roof of the train, and
You officers try to stabilize the situation here. The attackers have...
Are you crazy? We don't have enough officers to give you backup. It's too dangerous.
Just leave it to me.
was it really prudent not to wait for help?
We don't have time to wait. Plus, this will be a good...
I always enjoy it when you put our lives in peril. We'll need to get to the roof. Look around for an exit.
Hovercopters? What the? Are those bombs?
They appear to be EMP detonators.
I do love a challenge.
One of the incoming hovercopters is preparing to attack.
Is there nothing out here that isn't getting... These guys really don't want me to catch up with them quickly, do they? More bombs? Where do they get the time for this?
It seems a prudent tactic to slow down pursuers.
Could we maybe have less admiration for the enemy, please? No, they're getting away with the package.
Let's try to capture the remaining resistance members for questioning.
What's going on with those guys? They're just convulsing.
I'm detecting traces of the spiral virus inside them.
How is that even possible? That was unexpected.
I believe these are the so-called entropies you've been hearing about.
They look friendly.
The energy levels I'm detecting from them is high.
Look at them. They're just melting away.
Such a sudden onset of the spiral virus must have consumed their remaining life force.
Well, I'm not exactly fresh as a daisy myself right now.
What should we do now?
Well, we've lost the cargo, and there are no Advent Front members left. I think we might not end up getting paid After the attack, we continued our journey to Soleil, one of only a few cities that arose from the aftermath of the last great war 30 years ago. A war which ravaged the planet, leaving it mostly uninhabitable. Soleil was a refuge for survivors, but over time the government began to use fear to control its citizens, all of which culminated in the creation of new layers of the city, proudly built on top of each other to display its technological power, while separating those deemed worthy from unwanted pawns. However, without warning, the spiral virus hit, spreading from person to person seemingly at random, and leaving only creatures we called entropies. People felt the virus was nature's revenge on a society that abused it, the beginning of the end. I wish I could tell them they were wrong. I can't say I'm glad to be back, but I could certainly do without traveling by train for a while.
What do you intend to do now?
I want answers. A suspicious package, an attack by the Advent Front. Something is definitely not right.
I've heard that Colonel Falk is around the station. Perhaps we should talk to him.
I'm not sure. Thought it was a goner.
Is there anyone I can talk to with some...
I've heard Colonel Falk was here with Detective Noir. You could try talking to them.
So the Colonel and the Cold Fish are around. Any idea where?
No, but I'm sure one of the other officers.
Do you know where Colonel Falk is?
He's near the station exit with Detective Noir, addressing the press.
Addressing the press? This ought to be good.
Is this the right time and place to talk to Colonel Falk?
If I don't talk to him here, I'll have to do it at the police HQ. You know how I feel about that place. There's a reason he asked us to be on that train, and I'm gonna...
Once again, let me confirm that there was no attack on the train by the terrorist resistance group known as the Advent Front. The train was damaged merely by a power surge during an electrical storm. But I can assure you that its cargo, a battery core for our lower-level power plant, has... However, while we transport the battery to our facility, we'll be operating several sectors under a high-alert state, with limited transportation and access for the safety of the public.
So you're saying the terrorists had nothing to do with this? Several injured officers were talking about assailants infected with the spiral virus?
I'm sure that can be put down to intense trauma from their injuries. Virus are being found in the lower sector. I would please advise everyone to head home now so as to ensure everyone has time to safely make their curfew. This is the best way we can protect the public from attacks or infection. Tempest, look, if you need to talk, the other officers or Detective Noir can answer your questions.
I'm not interested in talking to your secretary. You and I go way back. I want to hear the truth of what's going on.
Trust you to give me a hard time. Listen, there's enough panic around here already. If the public found out that we are unable to defend ourselves from simple terrorists, we'd never be able to keep everyone in control.
So now you need to control people, do you? I never thought I'd hear that from you. Are you going to at least tell me what's going on?
You're already too involved as it is. You need to back off while we deal with this... the terrorists.
Why did you even get me involved in the first place, then?
I was given an order to secure your services. It wasn't my idea. I'll make sure you get your money. But please, for both of our sakes, go home and drop this.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say. Do you want me to bring him in if he causes trouble?
It's not worth it. He's a small fry. He spends most of his time either with the older folks in the E3 residential sector or in the bars in Sector J.
Do you think Colonel Falk could be misleading us?
I'm not sure, but something is definitely fishy with this whole situation. Why would the Advent Front want a battery core?
Perhaps it's a bargaining chip of some kind.
Or a weapon? I think we should go talk to Elena in Sector J14 Entertainment.
Are you sure you're ready to go talk to her again after the last fiasco you caused?
I'm sure she still can't be upset about that.
We all live in hope. However, the current security blockades in this...
Don't worry. I'm sure I'll work out something. What's going on here? I thought the blockade was supposed to be over.
Quiet and get back away from the gate. We're investigating a power malfunction affecting the gates in this sector.
A power malfunction?
I'm sensing a frequency distortion from the power jets used on the gates. If you can
Right. And where would these auxiliary power units be exactly?
There are 2 units at the top of the buildings either side of the gate. I'm sure someone as great and noble as yourself should be able to get up them easily.
Why do your compliments always feel so hurtful? Down. I wonder if I could get paid for this. So, officer, now that these gates are open, how about you be a good boy and let people on through? Did you see that? Poor guy had no idea what to say.
Oh yes, I'm sure he was blown away by your wit.
You don't seem impressed.
Don't worry, I made sure to add the correct amount of awe to my statement.
Why do I get the impression sometimes that talking to you would be like talking...
Why, if it isn't our wandering savior. You've been gone a while. Caused any more accidents?
I see I haven't been away long enough, Elena.
Well, you know where the exit is. Or have you really just been missing me?
I told you before, but you're too young for me.
Well, don't you know how to charm a lady?
I'm not here to bless you with my charm, or the hangout with the classy patrons. I'm here for the juicy info you get from your clientele.
And what bit of juicy info are you trying to squeeze for now?
The Advent Front. They attacked the train carrying the battery core.
You mean the battery core the police insist wasn't stolen?
Look, I'm not convinced about what that thing was.
Well, from what I've heard, there seems to be some who think that the government was transporting a battery core for a power plant.
That certainly didn't look like any weapon I'd ever want to use.
I might have heard something about a meeting at a warehouse in R7's industrial sector tonight.
Seriously? Warehouses for a secret meeting?
I'm just telling you what I hear. If you are interested, I have a contact in the police.
They wouldn't be upstanding policemen if they didn't have a cost, would they? Well, send me the details and I'll... Well, let's head residential. Wait for more details from Elena. I don't want to get locked down in this sector all night. What's happening?
Until we've contained...
Looks like we're gonna have to get our hands messy, Ava. Let's try to be quick.
Understood.
Finally, we're rid of those things.
Those things you're talking about were...
Might have been ones. Not anymore. It's our duty to keep the infected from wandering freely around the city. And if we have to, just be grateful I'm going to let you through. Thanks for your help.
Thanks for your concern.
I have to be concerned about you. Our existences are linked.
Recently, the government has really been enforcing curfews a bit too brutally.
They probably want to keep the spiral virus possible, especially since it has been viciously in the lower city.
Wait, you! I recognize you!
So, do you have a problem with that?
I've heard you managed to endanger the mission, make us look like fools.
Oh, is that it? Don't worry. You look like fools way before I got involved.
You little upstart. Come on, guys. Let's teach 'em.
It looks like you gentlemen should...
You're always such a show-off. Need I remind you, we're supposed to be keeping a low profile.
Sorry. I just needed to vent some frustration.
I still feel we need to investigate your sudden lapses. I'm worried one might strike at a less opportune moment. Affirmative. And don't worry, I'm sure everything will be fine.
Waking up to Ava's voice. My right arm already a techno-organic replacement. Quickly I found out that I was able to energy through my right arm in a variety of ways. And more shockingly, that I didn't seem to be aging. In the following years I met Gray Falk, and we joined the Police Force as cadets. We were both young and idealistic, but over time, the city changed. I left the police, no longer trusting the brand of justice they offered. Here again.
Find me. You must find me.
Ava? No, it's someone else.
Find me before it becomes too late.
You have returned.
I don't understand. When did I pass out again?
Just as we left the apartment.
Left? We just got here.
We arrived here hours ago, and while you rested I performed some tests. We were just heading to Sector R when you collapsed again.
Did your diagnostics help to find anything out?
We seem to be experiencing a sudden surge in our neural network, followed by a massive drop in our synchronization. It's almost as if your body is rejecting our link.
Why would that be happening now after all this time?
I don't know, but I will continue to monitor the situation as best I can.
Okay. Well, it sounds like there's not much else we can do now, so we might as well go and meet Elena's contact. He's waiting.
What do you want?
I'm looking for someone who can get me places, and I've heard money talks.
Indeed. I've always got time to help citizens in need. I assume our mutual friend told you about my fee.
She did.
Let's get going. Okay, we're here. You're on your own now.
Any...
That emergency exit looks like it might be tampered with. Let's find some grapple spots and grapple to it. Judging by the numbers of Advent Front guys down there, I'd wager we're in the right place.
Yes, though the battery core doesn't appear to be here.
Thanks for stating the obvious.
I've spotted an unguarded exit over the top left corner of this room. If we can activate enough of the loading cranes, we should be able to use them as grapples to get to the exit.
There's one terminal here, but I can see two more down below that we'll probably need to activate.
May I advise a stealthy approach, avoiding the guards to access...
I think that just might be a good idea. All right. If we can access the final terminal, that should be...
Who's there?
All right.
Hey, you!
Okay, this is looking more... Let's follow them and see what happens.
We're heading on to prepare for our meeting. Don't let anyone else past until we're done.
Got it.
Sounds like we just need to get next door then. I think it's safe to say we could just... Okay, so maybe they won't be so much of a... What the? This terminal won't work.
It appears tampered with. You will have to... Advent.